An experimental fish farm north of Campbell River has hit rough waters. The AgriMarine project has been heralded as the future of aquaculture, a closed containment operation that posed no threat to the environment. At least it wasn't supposed to. The recent storms caused heavy damage to the operation, and the company is now reevaluating its future. CTV's Gord Kurbis reports.
They're not showing us the farm today, but previously when they unveiled their new technology, the operators of this experimental fish farm couldn't have been happier.
It's extremely exciting. It's been a very long time coming. We've learned a lot of patience.
Vancouver's AgriMarine Holdings was building the world's first closed containment fish farm in a saltwater environment. 2 weeks ago, that tank was hit by a violent West Coast storm. Critics say the storm uncovered faults in the operation.
They made the system sound like it was infallible, that nothing could ever go wrong with it. You know, they referred to it as leading edge.
Heather Olney is a salmon farming supporter who doesn't believe closed containment systems are the miracle cure environmentalists say they are. She's wondering whether or not the company has been forward enough with the details.
I see it as a huge setback because it's proven that those pens can't stand up to a storm. You know, and I know it was an unusual storm, but there it is. It happened.
Rumors about the damage here and how many fish escaped since the storm have been escalating. Today, Director Sean Wilton says the publicly traded company has been limited by stock exchange policies as to when information can be released, but he wants to set the record straight.
There was structural damage. We are bringing the tank up to, in essence, dry dock it for analysis for both insurance purposes and for looking at what any damage mechanisms were.
Wilton denies there's been any large-scale loss of fish from the facility. He says the company did have to accelerate their harvest, sending product to be processed sooner than had been planned.
We're involved in a project which, of course, is specifically designed to minimize escapes. It's to be expected that, you know, if there's an incident of this sort, that the naysayers will be the first to dive to the phone lines and typewriters.
Aquaculture writer Ald Greiderlin is one of those who has been closely monitoring the pilot project and the effect of the storm damage.
I would think this is a major setback, although this storm that we had that caused this damage to the tank, it's one in I don't know how many years. We had been informed that this is the kind of conditions that this was supposed to be tolerated.
AgriMarine is not a member of the BC Salmon Farmers Association, but their project is being followed by the group.
If we'd had an escape, I'm sure the media would have been there within hours of that happening. So this happened, I guess, a couple of weeks ago now, and we're just hearing reports of it now. So I think it's important that we have the same standard of accountability for these kinds of episodes.
The Department of Fisheries and Oceans is investigating the matter and promises to release more details once they're available. Gord Kurbis, CTV News, Campbell River.